Imagine two investors. They've got the exact same strategy, the same index fund, the same ironclad discipline. Fast forward a few years, one is completely financially independent, and the other, still grinding away. The difference isn't luck, it's actually an invisible mathematical threshold. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're mapping the exact anatomy of your first $100,000 and the literal, unstoppable power of compound momentum.
So you start with $1,000. Let's be real, it feels like standing at the base of a frozen mountain, trying to push a boulder uphill with your bare hands. Every single dollar in that account, that's your sweat. Those are your sacrificed weekends. The growth is, well, it's pretty minuscule. And honestly, it's just exhausting. But with pure, relentless discipline, you manage to push that boulder up to $10,000. And hey, that's a massive achievement. But here's the brutal truth about this early stage. You're still the only employee in your financial engine. If you stop pushing, the momentum completely dies. Your money just sits there, barely gathering a few extra flakes of snow. But then you hit it, a milestone that seasoned investors revere like a literal law of physics: $100,000. When you cross this line, the game fundamentally fractures. Everything shifts. You are stepping into a completely new financial reality. So you might be wondering, why this specific number? Is there some secret economic switch that just magically flips at 100 grand? Well, not exactly, but it is the exact mathematical threshold where the brutal, relentless math of compound growth finally wakes up. It starts making a highly visible, undeniable impact on your daily life. Part 1. The $100,000 milestone. Look, we have to acknowledge a famous investing truth right out of the gate. This first phase is notoriously the hardest part of the entire journey. Why? Because at the beginning, your manual labor makes up nearly 100% of your portfolio's growth. This right here is the ultimate transition. It's the shift from you working endlessly for your money to your money finally waking up and working for you. You go from carrying these heavy bags of extra shifts and strict budgeting to owning a machine that generates its own capital. Think of your portfolio kind of like a startup. In the beginning, you're the exhausted solo founder doing everything, but eventually, the money itself starts hiring its own tireless workers. Okay, let's look at the hard math. If you've got a $1,000 portfolio and the market goes up 10%, you make $100. Congratulations, you can buy one slightly overpriced steak dinner. But apply that exact same 10% growth to a $100,000 portfolio, suddenly you've generated 10 grand. You didn't work extra hours for it, you didn't have to beg your boss for a raise, your money just did it for you. Moving to part 2, building your financial engine. Passing this milestone means your investment returns begin doing the heavy lifting 24/7. These automated workers, they don't sleep, they definitely don't take vacations, and they are never going to ask you for a raise. They just compound. Now, this brings us to a massive psychological trap. The early years are slow. That's not failure. That is literally just how compounding begins. Most people quit during this quiet phase because the gains feel practically invisible. It's like planting an oak tree, watering it for a week, and then violently digging it up in a rage just because it hasn't given you shade yet. Successful investors know this is just the engine quietly warming up. Watch how this builds year after year as the base expands. In year 1, your 10% return nets you 10 grand. Pretty great. But in year 2, you aren't earning returns on 100,000 anymore. You're earning them on 110,000. The growth accelerates to 11,000, then 12,100. The snowball is seriously gaining mass now. And because of this accelerating base, the journey to your second 100,000 takes a fraction of the time it took to hit the first. Which brings us to part 3, the cost of waiting. You see, this incredible mathematical momentum relies on one critical, absolutely irreplaceable ingredient. It's the one single asset even billionaires can't buy more of: time. Consider a classic tale of two investors. Emily here starts consistently investing at age 25. David? He waits until age 35 to start investing the exact same monthly amount. They buy the exact same funds, they have the exact same discipline, but by retirement, Emily's portfolio absolutely dwarfs David's. Why? Because time creates an insurmountable advantage. Those first 10 quiet years Emily had, they did all the heavy lifting for her later on. The growth curve starts out completely flat, then it gently slopes upward, and by age 50, boom, it triggers this dramatic, exponential rocket ship trajectory. David missed that flat, boring decade entirely, meaning his rocket launches way too late to ever catch up. And this brings us to a really harsh reality. When you postpone investing by just 1 year, you aren't just missing a year of initial, tiny contributions. No, you are literally amputating the most lucrative, explosive years of compound growth at the very end of your timeline. That is lost wealth that just vanishes into thin air. Part 4. Mastering Investor Emotions. Look, knowing the math is only half the battle. You can memorize spreadsheets in your sleep, but the rest of this journey requires total emotional control in a world that is constantly begging you to panic. I get it. It's incredibly tempting to be the frantic gold digger, right? Digging new holes every single week, chasing fast crypto surges, meme stocks, and overnight trends just because the news cycle is screaming at you. But generational wealth, that belongs to the patient gardener, the person who completely ignores the chaos, plants a seed, and quietly waters the exact same tree for decades. So, how exactly do we become that gardener? Well, it starts with small steps. Real wealth isn't built on dramatic million-dollar bets. It is built quietly through perfectly ordinary decisions. Something as simple as an automatic transfer from your checking account every single month. Then comes consistency. Those small steps, they have to be repeated, month after month, year after year, long before anyone else even notices your wealth growing. Consistency is the secret sauce that keeps the snowball rolling instead of melting away. And finally, time. This means staying securely strapped into the roller coaster, letting gravity do the work even when the market crashes and fear tries to pry your hands right off the lap bar. The market is always going to have terrifying headlines, for sure, but jumping off mid-ride is literally the only way you guarantee a loss. It all comes down to a ruthless, unstoppable equation. Small steps plus consistency plus time equals financial freedom. Patience isn't just some nice moral virtue to have, it is mathematically your absolute greatest competitive advantage on Wall Street. Part 5. Rules for Financial Freedom. To wrap this explainer all together, let's distill everything we've talked about into a highly actionable 3-step playbook for your future. First, start before you feel perfectly ready. Seriously, don't wait for total certainty or a massive salary. The math heavily rewards action, not perfect timing. Second, let decades do the heavy lifting. Just remember Emily and that crazy exponential curve. And third, fiercely ignore the noise. There's always going to be a new crisis on TV, but history heavily rewards those who refuse to look away from the horizon. The goal here was never just rushing to $100,000 in a state of panic. The goal is building a system that lasts long enough for time to work its absolute magic. Small decisions, made consistently, will completely rewrite your financial future. So, look at your own strategy right now and ask yourself, are you frantically digging for fool's gold today, or are you quietly planting the tree that will fund the rest of your life?